of determinant. Yes. Properties of determinant. Okay. So write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and its value, let's say, is delta. Okay. Okay. Now there is an operation. We will write in shorthand. We will not write the full sentences. So R1, R2. What does this mean? And rho 2 are interchange, right? There is interchange. If you do this, the determinant becomes D, E, F, A, B, C, and G, H, I. Okay. Fine. Fine. This is R1 and R2. Now, first property is if you change R1 and R2, delta change to minus delta. Okay. This is the first property. Yes. Okay, thank you. Fine. This is the first property. Second property is if R1 equal to R2, then delta equal to 0. Okay. If any two rows are 1, close the door. If R1 equal to R2 or C1 equal to C2, any two rows or any two columns are equal, then the delta is 0. Okay. It could be different. Dekho, you do take a determinant in which any two rows are same and the third is different and so open it. Okay. Fine. Third is बाद में कर लेना है होता है agree. Okay. Trust. Third is if any two theorem 3 हो गया theorem 2. Okay. एक one property more है. If delta transpose का determinant is delta determinant. Okay. Fine. If you take a transpose, rho transpose means, what is the meaning of transpose, Vansh? What? Right, notebook में ऊपर लिखो सबसे, transpose means making rows, interchanging rows and columns, making rows column, column rows. Okay. Fourth, K into A, that means you multiply every determinant element. So if you multiply a matrix, K ka mod A is K power n A. Okay, K power n or A mod delta. What is the meaning of this is? Pardon? N is the, whether it's a 2 by 2 matrix or a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. The meaning of this is, let's say there is a B, C, D. Okay. I'm explaining it using a 2 by 2 matrix. So let's say this is matrix called X. Fine. What will be 3x? 3x क्या होगा? Sorry, matrix. This is not a determinant. Okay. So this is, this is, देखो फिर से explain करता हूँ, शुरू से करता हूँ, ध्यान से देखना, ठीक है? Let's say X matrix is A, B, C, D. Okay. Then det X is how much? Det X is determinant A, B, C, D, right? तो कितना है इसका वैल्यू? AD minus BC. ये लिखो सब लोग, write this. ठीक है? Now if you do So let's say 3x. So 3x matrix में 3 मतलब when you multiply 3, that means you're multiplying every element by 3. So this means the matrix will become 3a, 3b, 3c, and 3d. Now if you do 3x oh, one second. Yeah. If you do 3x determinant, this means 3a, 3b, 3c, and 3d. So this becomes 3a into 3d minus 3c into 3b, which is 9ad minus bc. Okay, so this becomes 9 times of the previous delta, which is 3 square. Okay, 3 square times delta x. So this power 3, this power 2 comes because it was 2 by 2 matrix, and this 3 comes from the number which you multiplied. Okay, understood? So if you multiplied k, it is going to become k, and if the order of the matrix was 2 by 2, this will become 2. If the order of matrix was 3, it will become 3. Okay, fine. Okay. This is theorem 4, 5. Okay. Now next theorem 5, fifth theorem is fifth theorem is, if you have A, B, C, D, E, F, D, E, G, H, I, this can be written as, where A is written as A1 plus A2, right? Okay, A1 plus A2, B is written B1 plus B2, and C is C1 plus C2. Okay, so this can be broken into two determinants, which is A1, B1, C1, and the D, E, F, G, H, I you will copy just like that, plus A2, B2, C2, and D, E, F, G, H, I you will copy just like that. The pink lines are just copied just like that. One second. And this A1 and A2 were adding up to a sum of A. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. This is done, and then also the next property is, it is an extension of this property. If you multiply, let's say, one number outside the determinant, okay, k, then k gets multiplied to either of one of the columns, like one of the columns, or one of the any one of the rows. So let's say this. Okay, okay, fine. I think this much is okay. Now we'll just see some examples. How to, what is the shorthand notation of some steps. Okay, for example, it is also given in RS Agarwal page 222, that if there is an operation, what is the notation of this operation. Okay, so the operation is, yeah, okay, I'm going to show it on the screen. Fine. And okay, just observe this operation. Okay, so this table you observe. Is the table. Okay, just write it quickly. Interchange of second and third row. Interchange of second and third row. R2 and R3, there is a double arrow. Okay, double arrow means interchange. Second is interchange of first and don't write the second one, okay? It is pretty obvious. Third, you write multiplying each element of second row by -5. So R2 and there is a one arrow, okay? There is one side arrow. R2 becomes -5 R2. So let's say you want to multiply every element of the determinant second row by -5. Okay. So instead of writing this full statement, multiplying each element of second row by -5, we'll just write R2 arrow -5 R2. Okay.
That's just an example, like -5.
Yeah, that's just an example. You can multiply it by 3 also, plus 2 also. Okay. Pardon? Yeah, you don't need to write fourth. Okay. Write fifth. Don't write sixth. ठीक है लिख लिया चलो एक एग्जांपल्स करते हैं write questions prove that delta and each element is this element is a minus b, this element is b minus c, this is c minus a. Okay, a minus b, then you have b minus c, b minus c, c minus a minus b, c minus a minus b, and b minus c. Prove that this is equal to 0. Okay, so how do we do it? What we do is just before that you have to observe the symmetry. If you add these three, what will you get? These three elements, if you add, what will you get? 0. If you add these three, what will you get? 0, right? So what we do is we write this. The new R3, which is what I'm going to write here, is the old R1 plus old R2 plus old R3. Okay. So what I'm changing? Which row I'm changing? No, the third row I'm changing. Okay. Which row I'm not changing? First and second. I'm not touching first and second, right? So the moment I write this step, this operation, I will just copy paste which two rows? First and second row, we have to copy from the original. Okay. So first and second row, I'm copying. What I'm copying? I'm copying the yellow line and I'm copying the orange line. Okay. Fine. And this becomes a minus b, b minus c, c minus a, b minus c, c minus a minus b. Fine. Now, what about the R3? So this row R3 के ये element है. This becomes क्या becomes? It becomes R1 plus R2 plus R3. So basically addition of this plus this plus this. कितना addition? 0. यहाँ पे कितना आएगा? 0. Because अच्छा ये देख लेना ये जो 0 आ रहा है ये इसलिए आ रहा है ये first 0 because the addition of these three is 0. Okay. So this 0 is coming because these three sums. Okay. The next 0, this 0 is coming because of these three sums are 0. This is very important. Which 0 is coming, because of which reason. Fine. And again, this 0. Now, one row is 0, so therefore determinant is 0. Okay, because the reason is, if you try to expand determinant from this row, then it will become 0 into, you know, this into this minus this into this, right? Again, 0 into this minus this into this minus this into this. Fine. So 0. Yeah. Pardon? No, this is good. So under which, out of, you know, we read, suppose if you do very simple, see, good question, are you changing the determinant or not? When are you changing the determinant? When are you not changing the determinant? Right? When are you changing the determinant? Likho. If we write a row, and it is equally applicable to column also, okay? If a row in terms of other row or rows, okay? Other row or rows. What is the meaning of terms of other row? मतलब जैसे लिखा है R1 is, यहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं R1 plus R2 plus R3, और यहाँ पे lambda mu और t हो सकता है, मतलब lambda की जगह नंबर है क्या, 5 2 0 भी हो सकता है, ठीक है ना, प्लस 0 भी हो सकता है, ओके. सो इफ lambda 0 है तो R1 इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, R1 is R2. 1 second. Oh, t should not, यहाँ पे lambda should not be 0, मतलब ओरिजिनल वाला रहना चाहिए. R1 के साथ कुछ कर रहे हो, if you want to do something with R1, the original R1 should remain. It should not be 0. So it should not be, lambda should not be 0. But you can add, you know, you can do 5 R1 plus 3 R2. Okay? So determinant you are not playing with it. The value of the determinant remains same. Okay. But the moment if you do R1 is 5 R1, no, this is not. So if it is a linear combination of 2 or more, then the value remains same. Okay. So this means this same value, okay, same value. But if you're just multiplying, it is not same value. Okay, fine. Okay. So if you're doing a combination of other row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3, then the value is same. Fine. So what we are doing is, we are doing a combination here in this previous case we did a combination, so the value is same. Fine. Okay, next question. Prove that 1a b plus c, 1b c plus a, and 1c a plus b is equal to 0. Okay. Now what we'll do here is, if you do 5-6 problems, then you'll understand what to do. Okay. So now what will I do is, see if I add these two and write them here, what will this become? Okay, so that means if I add these two and write it here, yeah, again by same thing, no? Now what I'm going to do is, what is this? It's column 3, right? So what I'm going to do is, C3 is C2 plus C3. If I do that, write the result, what is going to happen? Pardon?
Why are
You will see. You will just.
so can't we do more minus this last?
I will show that also. I will show by that method also. Okay.
So C
Column 3 is
on
column. No, you are doing like this and saying column 3.
column.
Yes.
Isn't it C1 plus C2?
I don't. No. We are transfer. You're doing an operation. I don't understand what column 3 is. Okay.
What if you say that C2 is also equal to C2 plus C? Then you can just say that so that you will say it will vary.
After you do this,
So like then you can say C3 equal to C2 plus C3.
this is an operation, right? So let's say if you do this step, the next step it will become 1a and a plus b plus c, right? Then what you want to do?
Then you can say C2 will also equal to C2 plus C3.
Okay, so let's come to that. Wait a minute. So after this operation, it will become 1a and a plus b plus c, right?
Oh, you can't do it with the
See this, the moment you do this, this determinant has changed, right? Right? But you should understand that the value of this determinant is same as value of this determinant, because what you have done is just a linear combination of two, right? Now what you want to do?
C2.
If you do c now c2 to c2 plus c3, it will become 2a plus b plus c, right? Understood?
So I have this
Huh.
last question for R3 for R1 plus R2 plus R3.
Correct.
Why not C3?
In the last question you are asking, we need to do c1 if we did.
Yeah, last question we did R3 is equals to R2 plus R2.
Yeah, because we were adding like this, no?
Yeah.
The R1, I'm changing R1. So these three elements I'm going to change. And what I'm going to do is, this element should be addition of above two. Right? This element a minus b should be an addition of these two. This element of b minus a should be an addition of these two. That's why I'm saying this row is corresponding sum of this row, and this row.
So all of that.
Huh?
All of them.
All?
All.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what we did. See, this column, what I did was C3. This column I'm changing it to C2 plus C3. So original C2 plus C3. This left side is the new, right side is the old.
Why can't you write one?
You can do that, but that will do us no good in this question. Can you write C2, C3, C2 plus C3 plus C1? Yes. That determinant will be equal to this determinant, but that will do no good for us. Okay, you will see why it will not do good for us. And after 5-6 questions, you will also realize why we are not doing C2 plus C3 plus C1 and just doing C2 plus C3. Fine. Even you said no, it is that also we can do. I will show you. You said C3 is C2 plus C3 plus C1, right? We can do that and it will come. अच्छा देखो, पर इधर देखो. ये क्या है? तीनों सब सेम है? तीनों सेम है ना? तो ये तीनों multiplied by 1 है ना? So what we can do is we can take a plus b plus c common from this. So it is like it is multiplied from one row or one column. Okay. So if you can take a plus b plus c common, ये common कैसे आ रहा है? हाँ, जैसे ये common लिया, देखो common क्यों ले सकते हैं? क्योंकि ये multiplied है नंबर, ये तीनों से multiplied है ना? इसको बाहर निकाल लो, तो ऐसा आएगा, ये a plus b plus c common ले लिया, और फिर लगेगा 1a 1 1b 1 1c1. Understood? ठीक है? ठीक है ना? जोर से बोलो.
Why did you write one on top of A plus B plus C?
One on top of वो ठीक है? Now as you can see, two columns are same, right? These two columns are same, no? Have you understood why this determinant is 0 now? These two columns are 1 1 1. So the value of this determinant is 0, and 0 into a plus b plus c is 0. Understood? Now someone said, why are you not doing? We can do c2 plus c3 plus c1. If you do that, this determinant will become 1a 1b 1c, and then you will have a plus b plus c plus 1, right? हाँ, इधर भी आएगा a plus b plus c plus 1, इधर भी आएगा a plus b plus c plus 1. इसमें फिर तुम क्या निकाल लो? a plus b plus c plus 1 कॉमन निकाल लो. Yeah, that also, this is a plus b plus c into 1. As long as it is same for everything, you can take out common, right? Can you do c3 is c1 plus, so अभी क्या किया था? इसमें ऊपर किया था c3 is c2 plus c3, right? इसमें किया c3 is c2 plus c3 plus c1 किया ना? अगर तुम ये करते c3, देखो ध्यान, c3 is c2 plus c3 plus 2c1, तब क्या आता? plus 2 कॉमन आता ना? समझ में आया? तो वो भी कर सकते हैं. As long as these things are same, do that and then take out common, it becomes 1 1 1, and then this column becomes equal to this column. Okay, fine. समझ में आ गया ना? There was one more method which he said that you can do R1 minus R2. There is one more step. We try to make maximum thing zeros. ठीक है? For example, in this question, ये कुछ पहले ये step लिखो फटाफट. कितना लिखो? Write both these methods. First is C3 is C2 plus C3, and second is C3 is C2 plus C3 plus C1.
Yeah. Like see, R1, like R3 is equal to R1, R3 minus R1.
वही करने वाला हूँ. ठीक है? Copied. दोनों मेथड लिख लिया है. इसमें there was one more thing which we could have done. One, it was 1 A B plus C, 1 B C plus A, 1 C A plus B. So see, this is 1, and if you do 1 minus 1, what do you get? 0. So this is one more method. R1 is R1 minus R2. Okay, R1 is R1 minus R2. So if you do that, you will get R1 change किया ना, तो इसमें पहला आएगा 1 minus 1. ठीक, दूसरा आएगा A minus B. Understood? What you दिख रहा है ना? 1 minus 1, A minus B. तीसरा आएगा B plus C minus C plus A. B plus C minus of C plus A. And R2, R3 are, so because you have only changed R1, you have to R2, R3 same. 1C and A plus B. Are you getting this, everyone? And then next step, what we'll do is R2 is R2 minus R3. Okay. By the way, this will become 0, this will become A minus B, and this will become B minus A. Okay. And if you do, bolo. Kya? B minus C. Yeah, you will get B minus C in R2. I don't understand what. No, this is 0. No, this is 0. If you do R2 is R2 minus R3, this is 0, right? Fine. This is B minus C. ये देखो को तो ये C minus B है, समझ में आया? और फिर ये क्या है? 1C, यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया है? Everyone got it till here? पक्का ये लिखो यहाँ तक, 2 steps. Why have you sent me a screenshot of my chat? Yeah. ठीक है. Now if you expand it along this, ठीक है, if you expand it along C1, देखो expanding along C1, जिसमें 2 0 है ना, उसके along expand कर दो. किसमें? कॉलम 1 में 2 0 है ना, expand along कॉलम 1. ठीक है. expanding the determinant में जैसे बताता हूँ, अभी समझ में आएगा. 0 into this minus this. Okay, so you will get 0. Again you will get 0 into this, 0 into this minus this, yes or no? And then 1 into, you will get 1 into this minus this, right? So you will get 1 into 1 के साथ आएगा a minus b, c minus b, minus of b minus c, b minus c. ठीक है? Understood? इसमें से देखो, अगर तुम a minus b कॉमन निकाल लेते हो तो ये बनता है c minus b माइनस ऑफ a minus b कॉमन निकाला तो ये प्लस ऑफ a minus b है, तो प्लस ऑफ b minus c एक्चुअली है, ये जीरो है फिर ये, ठीक है? फाइन, जीरो, 1 into 0 0, ओके? डन, ठीक है. Okay, now I'll just show you the question. Tell me what is the step. Okay, take a guess. What is the step? We will not solve it fully. You have written this. You have not written this. Fine. Okay, this is one good. 1 BC and A times of B plus C. 1 CA B times of C plus A, and 1 AB C times of A plus B. What is the step?
Yeah.
What?
R3 is equal to
R3, are you
R1
using
is equal to R2.
nomenclature? किसको ऐड करना है?
R2 to R3.
क्या तुमको ये दिख रहा है कि इसको इसमें ये ऐड कर देंगे क्या? अच्छा ये बताना, ये क्या है? व्हाट इज दिस? C2. तो नाम सही बोल.
C2 plus
C2 plus C3 is what? C1. देखो तुम सही बोल रहे हो, C2 और C2 को C3 को ऐड करना है, और उसको लिखना किस जगह है? किसकी जगह लिखेंगे? इन प्लेस ऑफ C3, राइट? या तो C3 की जगह लिख लो या C2 की जगह लिख लो. बट एक मिनट, I'll repeat the step. If you add these two, this and this, you will get that it is AB plus AC plus BC. If you add these two again, you will get the same thing, right? In different order, but like addition is commutative. Same thing with this. So the addition you should write either at this place or at this place. Fine. And this becomes, so C3 is C2 plus C3. What is the doubt, Moshe? No? If the moment you write this 1 BC and AB plus BC plus CA, okay? I don't care about the order. फिर 1 CA AB plus BC plus C. हाँ.
Why can't you just minus BC that into minus?
ऐसे that मत बोलो C3. हाँ. Good. Try करो.
No, I don't know about the rows, but I was asking, got A into B plus C minus BC.
Okay, if you do, and then you are going to write it where?
Like
in place of this?
just write AB minus, no, just AB, just AB.
See, if you see, this is written AB plus AC, right? And this is BC. If you want to do minus BC, you should, ये हो जाएगा ना? तो ये अनसिमेट्रिक हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे अलग आएगा. ओके, फाइन, लिख लो. यही क्वेश्चन है. हाँ, पहला लाइन क्वेश्चन है, उसमें C3 क्या फिर उसके बाद क्या करना है? क्या कॉमन लेना है?
AB plus BC plus CA
From
third column.
Yes, very good. You are taking AB plus BC plus CA from C3. और वो बाहर कितनी बार आएगा? 3 बार की 1 बार? हाँ, 1 बार आएगा ना, पावर 1. गुड। उनको क्या 4 बार लिखना है? 4 बार नहीं लिखना तो बेटा 1 बार लिख लो, ठीक है? The next step after this will be you take AB plus BC plus CA common from C3. So 1, so it is बाहर आएगा AB plus BC plus CA and 1 BC 1 1 CA 1 1 AB 1. This is easy. Okay. Either you can write take AB plus BC plus CA common, or you can also write C3 transforms to 1 by AB plus BC plus CA in C3. So you're multiplying by. This whole thing is 2 columns are same, no? C1 and C3 are same, right? This thing value is, अभी value कितना है इसका? 0. Okay? हाँ. C1 and C3 are same. C1 and C3.
C1 and C2 are same. Then set it to the C.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Basically, I need to column for the.
Yeah, I need 2 rows also. Fine. Okay. और क्वेश्चंस करते हैं। अब सीधे एक्सरसाइज पे जाते हैं। वी आर डन। एक क्वेश्चन और करते हैं, ठीक है? देखो, लिखो 0, प्रूव दैट 0 AB स्क्वायर AC स्क्वायर A स्क्वायर B 0 BC स्क्वायर A स्क्वायर C CB स्क्वायर 0, this is equal to 2 times A cube B cube C cube। ठीक है? ओके, अब ध्यान से देखो, क्या इस 0 को 0 इंटू ए लिख सकता हूं? पहला वाला जो 0 है ना, उसका हम राइटिंग 0 इंटू ए, ठीक? एंड देन नोटिस दिस, is A everywhere? So you can take A common from the first row. 0 into A is 0, yes. You can take common, no? Can you write 0 into 5 as, sorry, 0 as 0 into 5? Yes. वही 0 लिखा था, उसको लिखा 0 into A और फिर A कॉमन ले लिया। A कॉमन लोगे तो बाहर आएगा A, अंदर क्या आएगा 0, फिर क्या आएगा B स्क्वायर, फिर वेरी गुड। ऐसे सेकंड वाले से क्या कॉमन लूंगा? सेकंड रो से B कॉमन लूंगा, तो बाहर AB लिख देता हूँ डायरेक्टली, ठीक है? AB किससे? हाँ, थर्ड रो से भी लूंगा मैं, ABC लिख देता हूँ। लो, अब R2 बोलो कितना है? R2 बोल, रुको अब सिद्धार्थ, R2 कितना है? A बट इसे क्या इस R2 से क्या कॉमन लिया? हाँ, ठीक। R3 करेक्ट, ठीक है? समझ में आ गया ना? अब इसको ध्यान से देखना, इस टर्मिनेंट को देखो, इसमें क्या कॉमन है? A स्क्वायर कॉमन है। A स्क्वायर कॉमन है, हाँ A स्क्वायर कॉमन है ना, हाँ A स्क्वायर कॉमन है ना, इसमें C स्क्वायर। अच्छा, अगर A स्क्वायर कॉमन निकाल लूंगा तो पहला कॉलम क्या बनेगा? 0 1 1, ये बनेगा ना? यस और नो? दूसरा कॉलम 1 0 1, तीसरा कॉलम 1 1 0, और बाहर क्या आएगा? A का पावर कितना? A क्यूब B क्यूब C क्यूब। एवरीवन गॉट इट? A पावर 1 पहले से था, and then you took out more A square common, right? A power 2 common, so it becomes A cube. Cool? हाँ, वो आएगा अभी आएगा, मतलब इसका वैल्यू 2 है ना, ये जो बाकी जो कचरा बचा है ये इसका वैल्यू 2 है ना, मतलब देखते हैं है कि नहीं, हो सकता है 3 हो। ओके, और क्वेश्चन गलत हो। व्हाट? या यू कैन डू दैट नो। और now what we do is see, if you wanted to expand this determinant, you could have expanded along this. This is 0, right, into this minus 1 into, you know how to expand it, right? But the thing is, before expanding we will do we will do make one more 0. Okay, so if you want to expand along this r1, this is 0, right? I'll make this also 0. How do we make this 0? We just do, ध्यान से देखना, c2 is c2 minus c3. Understood? But the moment you do c2 is c2 minus c3, what is going to happen? 1 minus 1 होगा ना? क्या? हाँ हाँ, मतलब आ रहा होगा ना एक्सपैंड करके, 2 आ रहा है, बट जनरल मेथड ये है, जनरल स्टेप ये है कि यू हैव टू मेक 2 zeros. ओके फाइन। तो यहाँ पे अगर इफ यू डू लिखो अभी c2 is c2 minus c3, so this becomes, देखो पहला पहला कॉलम तो वैसे ही छापना है और तीसरा भी वैसे ही छापना है, बिकॉज यू आर चेंजिंग c2 ओनली, राइट? c2, तो 0 1 1 एंड 1 1 0, बीच वाला क्या बनेगा? 1 minus 1 कितना होता है? 0. 0 minus 1 minus 1, 1 minus 0 1, ठीक? उसे क्या होता है कि देखो एक ध्यान देना कि ये वाला 0 अभी 1 minus 1 हो गया ना, बट स्टिल इट इज बेटर क्योंकि यहाँ पे 2 लीडिंग जीरोस हैं, ठीक है? तो बस इसके अलोंग एक्सपैंड कर दो, तो इसके से कुछ नहीं आएगा, इससे से कुछ नहीं आएगा, बस ये वाला आएगा ना। 1 इंटू क्या आएगा? 1 और प्लस 1, so it will 1 into 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Fine, copy this. Next, have you written everyone? Okay, this is do it yourself. Prove that 1a square, 1b square, 1c square, this is equal to a minus b minus c minus a. In this you have to do r1, r2 is और R1 is R1 minus R2.
R2 is R2 minus R2.
हाँ ठीक है, वो भी करना है और फिर ये भी करना है R2 is R2 minus R3. ये दोनों करोगे समझ में आ जाएगा. हाँ बोलो.
R2 solve the equation towards right. I can see
No. You have to start from left and then go to right. Okay. You do these two steps, you will realize what to do. Do R1 is R1 minus R2 and R2 is R2 minus R3. Do. अच्छा जो बोला है वो पहले लिखो करो समझ में आ जाएगा. Do R1 is R1 minus R2 and R2 is R2 minus R3. Who will come today at 9 p.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Even number will always make teams.
So basically, one side.
Yeah, number of ways. Answer is in permutation combination.
Sorry, no.
How would I go back?
You know where it is, no?
So my house is like triangles. Eco array, the way.
जी बस इसको करो. ठीक है सॉल्व कर, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर. Have you written R1 is R1 minus R2 and R2 is R2 minus R3? If you have written it, you will realize something. What is A square minus B square, by the way?
A square minus B square.
A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. बस तो तुमको अब तो realize हो जाएगा. एक मिनट, क्या ये दोनों स्टेप के बाद ये आएगा? ये आएगा? हाँ बस हो गया. Now you can take, ये समझ में आया? हाँ जोर से बोलो. ओह सॉरी, उसको C1 उसको बोलेंगे, एलिमेंट 1 3, एलिमेंट 1 3 1 एलिमेंट 3 1 ना. हाँ गुड, एलिमेंट 1 3 तो 1 3 1 1. ठीक, अभी you take A minus B from this पहला वाला रो. Okay, common. So you'll get A minus B, and this is 0, and this is 1, and this is A plus B, right? ठीक, again this is, and you take B minus C common from the second row. So 0, 1, and B plus C. ठीक है, 1 C और C square. अब बस expand कर दो. Along this you expand. ठीक, तो इसके अंदर वाला क्या बचेगा? 0 into something, 0 into something, and 1 into क्या आएगा? 1 into B plus C minus ए प्लस बी, और ये बी भी गया इसमें, ये क्या है सी माइनस ए बचा बस। सो ए माइनस बी माइनस सी इंटू, लिख नहीं रहे हो तुम लोग? डाउट? क्या डाउट है बोलो? ये समझ में आया क्या? ये डिटरमिनेंट R1 is R1 minus R2, so रो 1 माइनस रो 2। अब बता 1 माइनस 1 कितना है? ए माइनस बी, ए माइनस बी, ये कितना है? ये सब रो समझ में आ गई? ये ऑपरेशन किया था तो ये रो आई, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट R2 is R2 minus R3, R2 कहाँ है? हाँ अंडरस्टूड, ठीक है लिखो। लिख लिया वंश? एन पूछना मतलब एन, इसके बाद में पूछना। लिख लिया है? ठीक।
How is this b plus c minus a plus b?
See, you are expanding, good, you are expanding along this, okay। So पहला आएगा 0 into something, जो लिखना नहीं है क्योंकि 0 into है, फिर आएगा 0 into again, अच्छा फिर 1 into क्या आता है? यही आता है ना, 1 into b plus c minus 1 into a plus b, जैसे you know determinant you expand, okay। जोर से बोल। You have to do 2 steps, no? I took R1 is R1 minus R2, right? You could have done R2 is R2 minus R1 also.
That's why I asked him first.
No, I thought you were asking the following 2 steps. I thought you were going to do R1 is R1 minus R2 and R2 is R2 minus R1.
No, say R2, R2 minus R1 and R3, R3.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay? हाँ जोर से बोल।
How did you get the second?
The second, ये वाला बिलो दैट तो अच्छा, बिलो दैट में ये है कि ये देखो ध्यान से, पहले वाले इससे ये 0 इंटू ए माइनस बी, ये ए माइनस बी इंटू 1, और ये है ए माइनस बी इंटू ए प्लस बी। फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, ये है 0 इंटू ए माइनस बी, ये है 1 इंटू ए माइनस बी, और ये है ए प्लस बी इंटू ए माइनस बी। तो ए माइनस बी कॉमन है, ओके। एवरीवन गॉट इट? ठीक है, कूल। या गो others, prove this। 1 1 1 a b c and a cube b cube c cube। Oh, sorry, it is equal to a minus b, b minus c, c minus a, and a cube, a plus b plus c। So there are 4 brackets multiplied. The first bracket is a minus b, second is b minus c, third is c minus a, fourth bracket is a plus b plus c।
So how do you donate A to this?
How did you?
How do you donate like A? Like, how do you, like, how do you put this?
See, what first step, what we did, what we did. Same as last time. R2 is R, I mean,
C1 is C1 is C1 is
C1 is C1 minus C2, right?
and then
C1 column, yeah, correct, correct. If you do C1 is C1 minus C2, you will get 0 A minus B and AQ minus BQ, and then 0 B minus C and BQ minus CQ, ठीक है? और 1 C CQ. फिर पहले वाले C1 से क्या निकालेंगे? A minus B कॉमन निकालेंगे ना? हाँ तो होता है ना फॉर्मूला. The formula of A cube minus B cube is A minus B times A square plus AB plus B square. Write this formula. So we have 0, 1, A square plus B square plus AB, 0, 1, B square plus C square plus BC, 1 C C cube. ठीक है, और बाहर है आपका A minus B और B minus C. ठीक. After this, you just expand it along the R1. The moment you have two zeros now, you can expand. Before two zeros, don't expand, even if it is easy. Okay? जैसे वहां पे सूरतेश ने बोला था ना कि ये तो इजी है, दिख रहा है टू, बट वो नहीं करना है. ठीक है, जब तक आपके पास
like if you're not getting C1 and C2, you can always just expand and get answer.
what come again?
Like if you're not getting what the subtractor has, you can always just like, but you'll get answer.
देखो, if you don't want to apply any property, you can just simply expand and you'll get the answer, but you will not get any marks.
But
I'm telling, see, the method by which you'll get marks is using properties, use any properties, and then show that they arrive at two zeros, either in any row or any column, and after that you expand. Okay? ठीक है? And when you expand this, you will get, you just now expand, what you'll get, yeah, 0 into this, 0 into this, and then this 1 into this minus this. So you'll get B square plus C square plus BC minus A square minus B square minus AB. The B square gaya, you'll have C square minus A square plus B times of C minus A. If you take C minus A common, you'll get C plus A plus B. दिख रहा है? लिख लो जल्दी से. Okay. One more, okay? Prove that A plus X, Y, Z. X, A plus Y, and Z. X, Y, and A plus Z. This is equal to A square times X plus Y plus Z plus A. एक चीज तक तो सबसे पहले ही दिखा है, क्या करना है आंसर देख के. दिख रहा है?
minus x.
राइट साइड में x प्लस वाई प्लस जेड प्लस ए है ना, तो क्या करना है? गेस गेस.
Sir, what if you add all the columns?
Correct. You add all the columns. You add all the columns. Right. Column add करना है. हाँ. If you do, C1 is C1 plus C2 plus C3. Right. तो आपकी कॉलम 1 कौन सी ये है ना? इसको क्या है? C1 is C1 plus C2 plus C3. What will you get in place of C1? Yes. Yeah, in all you will get a plus x plus y plus z. Right? A plus x plus y plus z. A plus x plus y plus z. और ये बाकी दो कॉलम क्या आएंगे? कॉपी हो जाएंगे ना, सेम. तो y a plus y z a plus z. समझ में आ गया? तब भी लिखना है, ठीक है वंश? फिर a plus ये कॉमन ले लो यहाँ से.
So you can also look for the Z plus A plus Z plus.
So see, you should understand that in place of this one, you can write either 1, 2 or 3, doesn't matter. Okay. And then you will take a plus x plus y plus z common. When you do that, it becomes 1, 1, 1, y a plus y z a plus z. Okay. And then you have, what will you do? 2, 3, 1 है ना? 2 0 करने कैसे करेंगे? Yes. R1 is R1 minus R2 and R2 is R2 minus R3. Do that quickly. Pardon? करो अभी आंसर पूछना मत इसके बाद. करो अपने आप करो. R1 is R1 minus R2, R3 is R2 minus R3. आ जाएगा a square. ओके. नहीं आ रहा तो we are okay. Now हो गया?
Yes.
Next. Prove that 3a minus a plus b and minus a plus c. A minus b, 3b, c minus b. A minus c, b minus c, and 3c. इसमें you have to show that this is equal to 3 times of a plus b plus c, ab plus bc plus ca. There is something very peculiar you can observe about this. इन दोनों को ऐड करोगे तो क्या आएगा? If you add these three, that means the first step is
C1 is equals to C1
जोर से बोल.
C1 is C.
Yes. And now directly we will do taking also. ये यहाँ पे क्या आएगा तीनों में? A plus B plus C आएगा ना? So we will take directly a plus b plus c also common. So directly a plus b plus c common लेंगे. यहाँ पे क्या लेंगे 1 1 1, राइट? समझ में आया? और दिस इज माइनस ए प्लस बी माइनस ए प्लस सी 3b c माइनस बी b माइनस सी 3c, ठीक है? इसके बाद क्या करते हैं? वेरी गुड, फिर से बोलोगे एक बार? अब जरा R1 बोलो, कितना आएगा? एक मिनट, यहाँ कितना आएगा? You're doing R1 minus R2, no? You're doing R1 minus R2. You're doing this row minus this row. So this element minus this element. Second is this element minus this element. And third is this element minus this element. And all things will be written here in the first row. So what will you write in the first place? 0. What will you write in the second place? Minus A. हाँ, तो कितना आएगा? -2 भी आएगा ना? यहाँ पे कितना आएगा? -a plus b, right? Very good. Next, यहाँ पे 0, हाँ, प्लस c, वेरी गुड. और यहाँ पे
-2c
-2c minus b ना? ठीक है, बस एक्सपेंड कर देते हैं. एक्सपेंड अलोंग व्हाट?
c1.
c1, ओके. एक्सपेंड अलोंग c1. डन, आ गया है.
So will we do ITF instead?
In the ITF. Okay, now open RS and exercise exercise 3A, okay, 6A, sorry, 6A. Page number, in my it is 258 approximately. It is determinant first exercise. I am doing one question of this, and you will do the even numbers at home, okay? So for example, let's say ऐसे question है, question number 3 है इसमें. It reads A is a square matrix of order 3. Write the value of 2A. Write the value of 2A. Okay, order 3A. if mod A equal to det A equal to 4, determinant of A is 4, 2A is 2 का power NA, det, right? N कितना है यहाँ पे? The answer for question. N order कितना है 3, so it is 2 cube into det A. और det A कितना है 4, so answer will be 8 into 4, which is 32. Okay, fine. ये हो गया 1 2 3 4 स्टेप के क्वेश्चन. फिर क्वेश्चन नंबर फॉर एग्जांपल अगर पूछा है 8, if 2x 5 8x का det is equal to 6 minus 2 7 3. So बस you have to expand determinant. इसको आएगा, ये आएगा 2x square minus
Just multiply 2x.
बस. ओके, समझ में आ गया ना ये स्टेप, नीचे वाला स्टेप. You solve it, you'll get. Okay, not doing it. Rest the exercise is easy. 6a, you have to do 6a all even. Okay, homework. 6a all even, and 6b also all even. Okay, 6b also all even. Right now you send me the working of twenty-eighth 6b. Yes, 6a doesn't have 28. 6b 28, it's something like b square c square and bc and b plus c. So 6b, it is second exercise determinant, question number 28.